We've made it to the essay practice. You can do this. This will be very helpful when we have our interim assessment and we have to write an essay. We just have to listen and make sure we understand what's going on. So please follow along with me. You have read two passages about the Louisiana Purchase and the expeditions. I want you to write an informative essay explaining why Sacagawea was an important person in the United States history. Now, please manage your time carefully so that you can plan your informative essay and do some pre-writing in the space provided. Be sure to use details from the passages. And please write your written response should be in the form of a multi-paragraph essay. Write your answer in the space provided. Anything you write that is not in the space provided will not be scored. Now, my friends, remember when we do this, we have to write at least 3 paragraphs: an introduction paragraph, a body paragraph, and a conclusion paragraph. Remember, our first paragraph, our introduction paragraph, is explaining to someone who Sacagawea is. So let's say Miss Pratt is going to read this essay. Right now, if you start talking about Sacagawea being an important person in American history, she's going to say things like, when did she live? What was her job? Where was she from? And that's where you fill that in. You need to introduce your person, and that's in the first paragraph, the introduction paragraph. That needs to be at least 3 sentences. Then make a space for your body paragraph. That is where you're going to answer the question. That is where your evidence is going to be. That's where you're going to say Sacagawea is an important person in United States history because give me a reason why she's important, back it up with evidence, and then explain your evidence, kind of like our Oreo. All of that is happening in our body paragraph, our second paragraph. That needs to be 3 sentences as well. Now, if I was a smart student, I would be writing little notes while Mr. Romano was talking. I would be writing 3 for the introduction, for 3 sentences, 3 for the body, just to remind myself and check myself for how many sentences I need. And then finally, for your conclusion paragraph, can you guess how many sentences I need to write? 3. That is where you're concluding. That's where you're saying, without Sacagawea, maybe, they would have gotten to the Pacific, and you're really driving home your final feelings about Sacagawea and why she's so important. So total 9 sentences. So you might want to write a little note, 9, to remind yourself. 3 of those sentences are in the introduction. 3 of those sentences are in the body. And that's also where your evidence is going to live, in the body paragraph. And then 3 of those sentences will be concluding. Now, this kind of sounds like what we just did for our voting rights essay before break. So if you want to look back at maybe what you wrote there, that might help you and give you a clear guidance on what I'm expecting. All right, write everything here. If you need more paper, you can go into your ELA writing notebook and tear off a piece of paper and just staple it. And once you turn it in, you can make sure that's a part of it. But again, 3 paragraphs, 9 sentences. If you finish with your 3-paragraph essay before the timer is up, you can get started on the map. All this is coloring. So color certain states, certain colors, and that all has to do with the growth of the U.S. and the Louisiana Purchase. Now, if you're done with everything before the timer goes off, and I'm going to give you guys 45 minutes to do all of this, 45 minutes to do all of this, then you can do Lexia, or you can read a book from the library. You can finish coloring in your favorite memory from winter break, or you can write a book review on a book from the library. So again, lots going on for this section. You're answering the question why Sacagawea was an important person using 3 paragraphs. You're coloring in a map, and you're doing Lexia, or you're reading a book. I can't wait to read these essays. This is great practice for our interim essay. You're going to be doing something very similar. So take your time, practice, work together, look at old assignments. But I have high expectations and I am really looking forward to being back so I can read all of your wonderful papers. Good luck and spend your time wisely. You got this.